Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny and today's topic is going to be on Jared Leto and how that man needs to get cancelled. I'm totally aware that cancel culture isn't a real thing, because if it were, there'd be many people in Hollywood who wouldn't have a career right now. You might know Jared Leto from movies such as Morbius, House of Gucci, Suicide Squad, Fight Club and Requiem for a Dream. So let's get into this video. During the midst of the Me Too movement, Jared Leto was one of the many celebrities who was accused of predatory behaviour, sexual assault and paedophilia. Dylan Sprouse, who's a pretty successful actor in Hollywood and has been dating Barbara Palvin of Victoria's Secret models since 2018, called Jared Leto out on Twitter, saying that he DMs young models between the ages of 18 to 25. In the comment section of that tweet, James Gunn, a pretty successful director, also called out Jared Leto, saying that he starts at 18, implying that Jared Leto goes after underage girls. And this wasn't the first time James Gunn had called out Jared Leto's behaviour towards underage girls. These accusations have been following Jared Leto since 2005. If there was a time for cancel culture to be real, it would be to protect all the women and girls from Jared Leto and to save us all from his awful movies. These accusations haven't just come from the industry, they've also come from fans of his who are as young as 15 years old, accusing him of predatory behaviour, sexual assault and coercion. Despite Hollywood knowing about his awful behaviour, he never ceases to leave our screens. He's just another Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein and James Franco, who the industry continue to protect. People whose careers continue to thrive while their predatory behaviour was an open secret. If you weren't aware, like I wish I wasn't, Jared Leto and his band 30 Seconds to Mars started a cult. Fans who call themselves the Echelon dress in all white and worship at Leto's feet. It honestly sounds like a scene from Midsommar. And for those who claim it's not a cult, researching about this part of the video, I saw all the telltale signs of a cult. The charismatic leader, the indoctrination and how others wouldn't understand, and the isolated members in an island, something they actually pay for. This kind of emphasizes the close association between religion and cult and how there's no sharp distinction between both. And I'm not saying that anyone who's religious is in a cult, but there isn't anything that's distinct between them, which is why it's so easy for people to manipulate their religion into something more cultish. For example, the People's Temple, whose leader James Jones famously carried out a mass suicide, poisoning 918 members, and Scientology. Need I say more about that? I'm limiting it to these two of how religion and cult can kind of work hand in hand. I'm not here to offend anybody about this, but there are many documentaries and books and video essays on YouTube that are specifically about cults. Method acting isn't anything specific to Jared Leto, but I might be willing to overlook all of his craziness if he actually produced performances like those of Daniel Day-Lewis, Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando. But no, what we get is Jared Leto giving us the worst Joker performance of the century.
I am not someone who is loved. I'm an idea.
For him to produce his subpar performance on Suicide Squad, Jared Leto sent his co-stars used condoms, anal beads and a dead rat. For Morbius, he pretended to be disabled while filming, delaying the entire production to the point that he had to be given a wheelchair to speed things up. I don't condone drastic weight loss or drastic weight gain, but at least if he stuck to that for his roles, then we wouldn't be forced to watch a 50-year-old man making life insufferable for everyone else around him. Recently, there's been a lot more actors speaking out against method acting because it's just another way for some of these actors to get away with being kind of douchebags to other people around them. And Jared Leto is no exception. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just did this topic because I'm fed up of Jared Leto, because everything I've known about him until this topic has been against my will. Just every time there's always something about him on Twitter, and I just don't understand. Like, if this man is so terrible to work with, why do they keep giving him roles? Because it's not like he's that good of an actor. There are many other actors where I'm like, could have done this better, but for some reason Hollywood likes to keep the predators in the industry. The same way they kept, Bill Cosby protected for years, Harvey Weinstein protected for years. James Franco is still doing his own thing, and that's like really weird because like he's had so many scandals about, going after like underage girls, and I'm just like, that's a child, that's a minor. Roman Polanski is still winning Oscars and winning awards, but then somehow Will Smith slapping Chris Rock on TV was like the worst thing they've ever seen. But honestly, there's so many actors in Hollywood who are predators, who are being protected by other people in powerful positions, and it's kind of sad. And it feels like Jared Leto was one of them, because there's no way that if anybody else was doing the things that he's done, they would be able to get away with it for as long as he has and have such a successful career and having like all these roles being like given to him. It's just crazy to me. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good day. Bye.